Today we are making a Mother's Day card, and to do that we need some supplies. Here I have some scissors. I have a black marker, but you can use markers, pencil crayons, or crayons in any color. I have a pencil, I have some glue, a ruler, and some paper. Here I have green, yellow, white, and purple. But you don't have to choose these colors. You can choose whatever colors you would like. For example, here is purple for the card, white and yellow for my flower, and green for the leaves. Here is white for the card, yellow and orange for my flower, and green for the leaves. Here is white for the card, green for the leaves, orange and yellow for my flower. And here I have used orange, red, and yellow. You will notice that all the petals are different thicknesses, so I will show you how to do that as we go. Hopefully I've given you some inspiration, so go pick your colors and let's get started. Today I am choosing purple for my petals, so I am choosing a purple piece of paper. You choose whatever color you would like. Just remember these are going to be your petals. I'm going to take my piece of paper and fold it in half. And then I'm going to open it up and use that line as my cut line. So I'm actually going to cut right on that line. So I end up with two pieces of paper that are the exact same size. I'm just going to take my page and I'm going to flip it over. And now I'm going to take my ruler. Now I'm going to choose 2 centimeters for the thickness of my petals. If you want your petals wider, then you choose a different measurement. But I'm choosing 2 centimeters, and so on my ruler I am going to put a little tick every 2 centimeters. So 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, and 20. There we go. Like I said, you choose the thickness. Then I'm going to take my ruler and right where the ticks are, I'm going to draw a straight line all the way down. Now for each tick mark, you can go ahead and draw a straight line all the way down, or what you can do is cut out the first one that you drew. So you drew one straight line, you can cut it out, and then use that to measure the next one. So you can actually just put it right over top, take your pencil and draw a straight line down, and there you go. You will have the exact same measurement. And then you're going to cut that one out, and you can continue the process as you go. Now I'm not going to draw lines, I am just going to cut freehand, but I would suggest that you either use a ruler or follow the process of tracing as you go. And once you're done with the one page, you are going to want to do the exact same thing with the second page. So you're going to grab your second page, you are going to trace again, making sure your petals are exactly the same size, and keep going. For my project I used 17 of these strips. You may need more or less, but don't worry, we will problem solve as we go. Okay, you're going to grab your glue now, and you are going to take one of your strips and put a little bit of glue on the tip, and you're going to fold over the end so that they stick together and you still have a loop. So you don't want to push it down, you want that loop to be present. So take your strip, put a little bit of glue on the end, and fold over the other end. Hold it down, you want it to stick, so hold it down maybe for about 10 seconds, and then continue to do that. You want to make sure that you are putting glue on each of the tips and holding them down so that they stick. And you want to do that for all of your strips. Once you have done that and all of your strips are nicely glued together, we are now ready to continue on with the rest of our flower. So I'm going to take yellow, because this is going to be the center of my flower, and I'm going to take my lid for my glue. Now with your yellow piece of paper, you're going to fold it over because we're going to need 2 circles. So by folding it over, we only have to trace and cut once, but we will end up with 2 circles. So here we go. I put my lid on top of my yellow page, I trace it, and then I use my scissors to cut that out. Once you have both of your circles ready to go, you're going to take one of them and just put that to the side, and you're going to use the other one to do some gluing. So take one of your petals, put some glue on the tip of your petal, and you're going to put it right on top of your circle. So there you go, it's ready to go for the next one. You take glue and put it on the tip of your other petal, and I'm going to put it directly on the other side. So you see my first one went to the left, my second one went to the right. I'm going to do the same thing, put glue on my next petal, and I'm going to put that going to the top. So we are actually making a big T right now. Put more glue on your next petal, and it is going to go right to the bottom. Now I'm going to go diagonal. So I'm putting more glue on the tip. I'm going to put a diagonal strip, holding them right down in the middle. You want to push it down a little bit so that you make sure that it sticks. And then I'm going to take my next petal and I'm going to go diagonal the other way. So you'll see every time I put one down, I match it up. So here we go. We're going to continue. So I'm going to do diagonal the opposite way, pushing down so they stick, and then matching it up on the other side. Now what you're going to do is look for spaces. You're going to see there's some spaces in between all of your petals, and all you're going to do is put glue on the remainder of your petals and glue them down to cover up those spaces. So just put glue on the end of the petal, just like what we've been doing, and cover up any spaces that you see. This is where you are going to maybe have to cut out more petals if you have extra spaces, or you might even have extra petals. So here I have a space, and there I go. If you have extra petals, don't worry. You can use them for another project. If you cut out petals that were thicker, you might find that you're already done. If you cut out petals that were thinner, you might find that you have to keep going. So just keep going at your own pace until your flower looks the way you want it to and you don't have any spaces. Just do a double check to make sure you like the way your flower looks. And once that's done, you are ready for the center. So you're going to take the other circle that you cut out earlier, you're going to put some glue on that, and you are going to place that in the middle of your flower, just pushing down so that it sticks, and then you're going to put that to the side. I am going to now use my green piece of paper and fold it over. We are making the leaves. Now by folding it over, you only have to draw and cut once and you will have two symmetrical leaves. I am going to make a curved line one way and a curved line the other way and then cut that out, but you can create any shape that you would like for your leaf. There we go, now I have two. This is going to be the base of my card today, so I'm folding it over. I've chosen white, you choose whatever color you would like. And here we go. I'm going to leave it folded over and we are going to decorate the front. So we're going to put our flower on top. You're going to put glue on the back of your flower. Just make sure you put enough on there so that it stays secure. And you're going to place it on your card and then decide where you would like your leaves. Once you're happy with their placement, put some glue on and glue those on. Now we are ready for the bottom part of our card. So I'm going to start with purple and I'm going to place it at the bottom of my card, so the base of my card. Just want to measure. So I want to leave a little border of white around the outside on the left-hand side. So there's a tiny bit of border here. And then just put a little tick so I have about the same on the other side. I'm going to draw a line down so I know where to cut. And then I'm going to go to the very bottom and once again just draw a line. I'm just creating a rectangle so that when I cut that rectangle out, you can see a little border on each side. And then I'll be able to glue that on my card. It's just a little bit of an extra decorative touch. So once you have that cut out, just place it down and you can glue it. If it needs to be a little bit smaller, just trim as you need to. Okay, now I'm going to use yellow and I'm going to create another rectangle that's going to fit just inside my purple rectangle. So I'm going to use my pencil, just put a little tick mark to show where I might want to cut. So I'm just leaving a tiny little space so that when I am done drawing my lines, so I'm going to draw a line down and draw a line across, that yellow piece of paper will fit nicely over top of my purple one with just a tiny little border around the outside. Then I'm going to cut that out, and when I'm happy with the size, I will put some glue on and glue that right over top. Now we're ready to write Happy Mother's Day. I am using a black marker to write Happy Mother's Day, but this is where you get to be creative. You can use markers, crayons, pencil crayons, use different colors. Enjoy decorating your Mother's Day card, and when you are all done with the message on the outside, you can open up your card and you are now ready to be creative and write a message on the inside for your mother for Mother's Day. Thanks for joining me in Craft Club for Kids. Be creative and have fun.